You're listening to WICR, where we dance the night away.
We're back for another segment, and we left off talking about hip hop. We talked a little bit about Offset. So he just dropped a tape with 21 Savage and Metro Boomin this week. What was it called again?
Without warning.
Wow, perfect title, huh?
If I'm gonna keep it honest, we gotta thank Beyonce. I think we
Yo.
were talking about it earlier, Drew. Ever since she dropped that Beyonce tape out of nowhere,
I keep saying before she dropped it, I thought about that like a month before. I was like, what if someone just dropped a tape out of nowhere? So I need to patent.
Beyonce's like heard you.
I need to patent that. I need
Say
to
less.
patent that idea, bro.
Say less. Surprise drops.
So what do you guys think about the tape? I haven't listened to it yet. Personally.
Absolute fire. Absolute fire.
Super
If you're a
fire.
fan of like that sound, everybody I know has been listening to it, and like it starts off because it's the entire tape is just Offset and 21 Savage, which is crazy because they have chemistry, and then you have Metro Boomin, probably one of the best producers in the rap game right now, doing this thing. You could definitely make a case for him. He's definitely probably the best. Well, I'll give it to you. He's the best, in my opinion. He's also the best, right? But you have them, you know, the flows are there, the raps are there. Then you have Travis on the first song, does his thing. Then you have Quavo on the second song, does his thing. And then you have the best title for a song I've ever heard in my life, Ric Flair Drip.
That song goes hard.
And that's like might be the best song. It's just Offset. Might be the best song.
On the album.
Yeah, bro. As a fan, I know that you're about the lyricism, but like there is lyricism here. There is a lot of lyricism.
See, my thing is that I won't listen to it, but when I hear like a song that I really like, then I'll check out the tape. Like if you heard "Don't Run" by Casanova, like I never heard that song, but I heard it at a party. I was like, this is fire. So then I went to go listen. I listened to more of his songs and stuff. So that's how it always starts for me. But do you think that now in this era, the producer makes the artist?
Yes.
And that's why I don't like a lot of this era, because without these producers, they would not be here. A lot of these people.
Do you not think that? I think there is definitely merit to your argument, but don't you think that nowadays it's just kind of different in the sense that
it is different.
No, it's just different in the sense that with the age of I'm gonna bring it back like social media, this, that, the third. Everybody knows everybody. So now producers who usually took the backseat to the artist, they're their own brands. Metro Boomin wants some more Southside, 808 Mafia. Hey, yo, Pierre, you want to come out here? You know what I mean? All their own brands.
But you know what?
But you know what? For those rappers, for those artists, I'll throw you a Jay Dilla, a DJ Premier, a Static Selector, who also probably did the exact same thing. It's just nowadays, I do think there's credit that, like, it's more about the beats and just, like, the way a song sounds.
But with Premier, it was Premier and Guru. Like, you know what I mean? Like, now it's like Metro Boomin makes you who you are. Like, Guru is an insane spitter without Premier. Like,
I agree with you, Drewski, because if you think about it, you know, you guys know who Nav is, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Nav.
I don't like Nav.
I've been following Nav since his first song, Brown Boy.
You know what I'm gonna tell you? You know what? I'm gonna keep it
Shout out to all my Toronto heads.
I'm gonna throw my opinion. I don't like Nav because I just feel like what he raps about, he's not about. He goes, I'm gonna punch. I have a diamond on my fist. Leave diamonds on your lip. Nav, you won't do that, bro.
I mean, I don't know. You know, I had an argument with that with one of my friends too, because I asked him, I go, is Nav really like about that life? Because he raps about him being from the Rex, which is like the really bad part of Toronto, essentially. So like, I don't know. That's a
like,
toss up for me.
I think
I understand what you're saying.
A part of me, it's like I understand that sometimes rappers manufacture what they rap about
a lot.
But there's just such a giant disconnect to what Nav is doing. Like I understand that Quavo and Offset might not be talking about like might not kill people. Actually, we saw the video of Quavo and Travis trying to jump the bodyguard.
They tried.
That was the softest thing I've ever
seen. This man is 6'8". Don't like 350 pounds. Like, calm down.
But the only reason why I bring up Nav is because I feel like if it wasn't for Metro Boomin and Belly, his career would just be straight SoundCloud right now.
I'm gonna keep it honest with you, Travis Scott. Do Biebs in the Trap. If it wasn't for Biebs in the Trap,
you're right on that.
If it wasn't for Biebs in the Trap, he wouldn't have.
But you know what? I feel like
he does now.
I feel like Metro kind of linked him to Travis too, because I think Nav dropped that song called, I think it's called Up with Metro, and I feel like from there it's kind of like a chain reaction. Who's this kid?
I'm very curious as to how like the inner workings of the music business works, like how do they connect. So I feel like a lot of how Nav got big. It's just about knowing who you know,
And being in-
networking, and being in the right
100%.
place at the right time.
And also being from Toronto, people automatically link you with Drake and Tory Lanez, so that's an
Yeah.
Because now
easy.
you have like the Weeknd
Yeah.
and his crew, EXO,
and the
everything
weekend,
like
so
that.
people automatically give you that. Oh, you're from Toronto? Do you know this person? This person?
And
Oh,
if
you
say-
don't know
and
them?
if you say
Let
yes,
me give you their contact.
if you say yes, you're lit. If you say no, you're lit as well because they'll just
Yes.
put you into contact.
Exactly.
With them.
So
It's a win-win.
I feel like maybe the Weeknd kind of put him on too to the
Yeah.
industry. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't he like XO though?
He is.
Yeah,
He
then,
is.
then it would make sense.
yeah,
Yeah,
It
I,
makes sense.
I definitely do agree.
but with going back to what we said before,
Yep.
Lil Uzi Vert was on the Hot 97.1, and like Ebro was like freestyle on this, and he was like, nah, that's not my thing. But you have Royce the 5'9" freestyle or doing records on beats that you hear like today, like he did a Bad and Bougie freestyle, he did a I Got the Keys freestyle. Then he'll do like a DJ Premier. He has a whole album with DJ Premier Prime. He's about to drop Prime 2. So he's like really, really versatile. So that to me, that's like he doesn't need the DJ to make him. He makes himself.
I feel like Tory Lanez falls in that category too, because not only can he sing, but he can rap. I don't know if you watch any of his freestyles. He is
it's
nasty.
similar. It's
Yeah.
similar to like Bryson Tiller, where now
Yeah.
like the line between R&B star and rapper is kind of blurred because they've always been connected. To keep it honest, for as far as we can remember, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But nowadays it's more about the sing song. You know what I'm saying? Like Drake, he used to rap. He can still rap, but is he really a rapper? I don't know, man. He's more of an artist now.
Yeah.
But I'll
You
do
know what
you
I mean?
one solid, because the same way I feel about all these new age rappers, I feel about battle rappers, because they can't get on a record that
Oh,
these
yeah.
new age rappers do
Yeah.
and make it sound hot either. So they'll get on a record and you'll be like, this is whack, because it's all bars and no like flow, nothing special about it.
For example, the Mask Off remix with Kendrick Lamar. You're gonna hear that, even though Kendrick is the better rapper. Are you gonna hear that or the regular Mask Off version? Most 9 times out of 10 people are gonna tell you the regular version because Future just fits on that song better. But Kendrick is the better rapper, right? But it's just like it's tailor made to strengths. That's why when it comes to your argument, I do see where you're coming from. But I just think that it's a good problem to have because now we have so much variety in the rap game. You know what I'm saying?
Variety's
so
not always good.
You can have the Uzi Verts, you can have the Royce the 5'9", you can have the Kendricks, and they're all on the different ends of the spectrum, but they're all quality, I think.
I
They're
think
just,
McDonald's-
they're
I
just
agree.
looking at different. You're just looking for different things at that point.
McDonald's
you might
has
not find.
variety, bro.
See,
McDonald's
but-
has
okay.
you got the chicken nuggets, you got the chicken tenders, you got the burger over here. There's variety, but that don't mean it's always
But
good.
it's
It's
quality,
fast
though.
food
Music to fast food is completely different. I do think fast food music is
but
a
this
thing.
is fast food music.
There is fast food music, but I just feel like you might consider it fast food. It's all a matter of perspective, though, because I know girls who love Little Uzi Vert. I got friends who bump Little Uzi Vert. You might not like him, but another 25 people do. You know
No,
what
I
I'm saying?
I like the people, but I just don't like.
No, I'm
the
talking about
music.
something you might not like his music, but 25 people will. You know what I'm saying? It's all about
Yeah.
perspective. That's what I'm saying. Like even if you don't agree with it, having the variety means that there's different avenues that people can still listen to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If
You
you-
might not like the absolute like street stuff that Don Q and Dave East can drop,
Nah,
but then you
let's go.
have the A Boogie who does the street stuff in a different way with the singing. You know what I'm saying? There's different avenues for different people.
Don Q's flow
I
is
got you.
crazy.
That's
Yeah.
you know my problem is though. He sounds the same on every song.
Yeah, he does.
That's the thing.
I agree with you.
He does, but he sounds good.
He can definitely rap though. He got the voice for it and everything. Whenever it's him and Boogie on a track,
Yeah.
they snap.
If you guys have the chance, you guys need to check out. It's on YouTube. It's a freestyle by Belly. He did it like on a LA radio station. If you listen to his bars and that freestyle, it's
I
ridiculous.
like
bro.
what Funk Flex is doing with his freestyles though.
Oh, he has like the freestyle volumes, right? It's like number 1,
Loaded
2, and
Lux
3.
came in and destroyed that.
You know, I think Joey Badass might be one of my favorite freestylers, bro.
Joey Badass.
Joey Badass
Wow, man.
recently was in a concert in Germany, and they were just going Joey Badass, Joe, and he freestyled to that, to the
No
people
way.
chanting his name, and he spit.
Yo, real talk. I just got goosebumps off you just saying that.
Yeah,
I gotta watch
Joey
that. That sounds
Badass. And
crazy.
he's like there like spitting. He's like yeah, and he ends it, and he just goes back into another song. Stuff like
That's
that.
dope. Joey's definitely one of
I
them.
don't. Yo, I'm gonna keep it honest. If we're gonna stay on Joey Badass, I don't know why he's not bigger. People aren't pushing him the way they push Dave East and all this other stuff. Like I think it kind of plays into the fact that when it comes to New York hip hop, it's always been traditionally about the streets. You want the street rappers telling you how it is in the streets and giving you the bars and sounding real gruff. You know what I'm saying? And while Joey Badass can do that, I think he's the biggest potential for mainstream. because he can do all that stuff. Like he can rap. He's proven he can rap. You see him on the freestyles. You see him on certain songs. Even going back to his first mixtape, 1999, when he dropped when I was in high school and he was in high school,
Yes.
he has lyrics on that.
So
you know what I mean?
my thing is that there was kind of like this resurgence when we were in high school of old hip hop and that old hip hop
The
sound
boom bap.
and style and that boom bap sound and style. So I think that died. And also, do you think that he outdid himself with any other album in 1999?
I think his new album was his best. I
Really?
think his new
It was
technically
better
is his
than
best.
1999?
1999 is just you look at it with nostalgia goggles. I woke up every morning listening to that.
I'm literally just asking because I feel like Royce the 5'9" is
No.
getting better as he's going.
No, I'm
But-
agreeing with you. But
so-
also you got to realize Joey Badass he has 1999, Summer Nights, Before the Money, All American.
But do you think that those are better than 1999? Because that might be the problem.
I think All American, and Before the Money might be his most varied like body of work. I think 1999 is just the fact that he's so young and it came out in a time where it's just like I was 16 and to have a 16-year-old rapper come out and just make the same thing and spit it and make it sound awesome. It's not. I look at it with nostalgia goggles, right? But then
that-
you go back and you listen to some of the stuff he has on All American. It's like it's insane.
It's funny you mention that because like I was actually I was listening to Mac Miller when he came out around the same time
like
too.
Kids and all that, like
Dude.
Kids, Macadelic.
Dude, that EP was, in my opinion, fire.
Kool-Aid, frozen pizza, you got all
Nike's
that,
on my feet. That song goes hard.
That kind of goes
Still.
back to what you were saying though, because if it was that it's nostalgia and that back then it was the boom bap kind of rehashed or whatever you want to say, then that proves that a lot of things are fickle now, because
what
then
sense?
like people won't stick with the artist because it changes so fast, and that's my
See,
problem
but
with
I
it.
agree with
Well,
that, bro.
So
you
because-
bring up a valid
Yeah.
point, but I just think sometimes you gotta let an artist evolve.
No, he's evolving, but like people aren't sticking with him. Like I was.
I agree. That's why I'm bringing
it.
it up, because a lot of times when my friends talk about Joey Bad, right? They're like, "Yo, I wish he just dropped stuff like 1999. I liked him on the 90s beats. I liked him doing stuff over Static Selector." And even Joey Bad himself says, he goes, "Yo, I understand that, but that was just me at that point in time. It was more like a tribute to what I grew up with. But you gotta let me evolve as an artist." You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like sometimes. I agree that you can like an artist just for like the way the certain, like if when they have a certain sound and they get out of that certain sound, it's like you don't really like them. But at a certain point, you gotta let them evolve. You can't pigeonhole them into one.
And
sound.
now there's so many artists that if you don't want to listen to Joy Bad, you just turn on somebody else. Just put
you
on
can
this
probably
person.
find another like 3 people who rap over boom bap.
Exactly. So
Bishop
you-
Naru raps just like he does, and there's a bunch of other heads I could probably name if you gave me time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So now there's more people in the industry, but that just makes it a little bit harder for.
It's
even
hard
for
to like
those-
filter for quality content because there's like something on the daily.
Yeah.
Like if you go to datpiff.com on the daily and you see how many stuff is being dropped.
I stopped going to that before you got
I
here.
don't.
Oh, this person is dropping here and stuff like that. Like, but now like everybody's dropping every day, so you can't
It's
even.
hard. It's hard to find
Yeah.
quality, and sometimes the stuff that gets quality still gets no views.
That's true.
It's
that's
like
true.
you need like a dash of luck too with your music. You know
I
what
just
I'm
feel
saying?
like with that, I feel like you have to just kind of go with the flow of things in terms of, how Young Thug, he's always been about the whole trap movement. And, the thing I like about Thug is that he kind of like transitions. Like he'll drop a trap album, EP, and then he'll drop something like a little softer
Mhm.
and a little sweeter, and then he'll go back to trap. And I feel like, in my opinion, that's still just the way it goes in terms of just business, because like you don't want to just like totally fall off track and just lose not lose your fandom, but in the sense of lose like the audience. Like for instance, Joey, right? 99 and Summer Nights for me is possibly like his best 2 mixtapes or EPs that he's dropped. I haven't really been following him much these past couple of years because I feel like his flow just changed. He's more, I guess, on the political side of things when he raps. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like not everybody wants to listen to that.
know what I'm saying? That's a valid complaint, but I just think that sometimes you have to separate your favorite from the best, from the objectively best. You know what I'm saying? So for example, me and my friends argue about it all the time. Good Kid, Mad City, my favorite, and I even put it as my personal favorite top 3. But my friend goes, but if you look at To Pimp a Butterfly objectively, like, come on, man. There's so much stuff going on within the album, and it has to be his best. You know what I'm saying? It's a complex conversation, especially when you're just talking about hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
Trying to
true.
make the distinction between the two.
You can talk about this for days.
It's easy at face value, but then when you have arguments and you keep going into it,
Yeah.
there's so many factors at play. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why I don't even entertain like top 10 rappers of all time anymore. Like until I have
It's so difficult because
It's so-
you're gonna have a list with like Tupac and Biggie, then somebody will throw in someone like Travis Scott on it, and it's completely different rapper.
But you know what, guys? If we had to really like come down to it, who's your favorite rapper of all time? I'll start with mine. That's Nas.
Biggie Smalls, easily. I don't think anybody can tell Biggie Smalls from me like ever.
You say favorite or best?
I guess both. Yeah.
Just do like a mix of both. Like at first, like when we ask you the question, who's the first one that comes to mind?
Yeah.
Redman.
Redman is flame.
Yeah. He is.
And he's still flame. And he's still flame.
I'll give him his
definitely.
credit, 100%.
Yep. So we're gonna take another quick break, and when we come back, we'll be talking sports and entertainment.